And that should be live, hopefully. Fingers crossed anyway. More Bitcoin. Always good. Right, just got to add some people. There we go. Now I just got to wait a minute. Twitch, let's see if my mic is working. There we go, right, it's working. Okay, I'll make sure that's not echoing for you. Yeah. And that is all ready to go. Spectate. Is it gonna... Oh, we're just in qualifying results right now, so sorry you guys had to miss quali. It was setting up, getting me the Twitch and everything, so a bit busy with that. But at least we've got it, at least we're up and running, so that's always a good thing. It's gonna be a bit of a unexpected quali then now. See who's in the season poll. Bit of a surprise for you guys. Oh, quali's on. Right, so why am I not able to join? Okay, this is off. Oh my days. This is good. Oh no. I might have to leave and have another invite. I'm just gonna sort this out. So I'm gonna leave and then hopefully get another invite. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. What do I do while I wait? Let's think. Let's, you know what? Let's have some predictions in the, let's have some predictions in the chat. I want to know, anyone's predictions for who's going to be pole sitter. Just wherever you think anyone's going to be, just give it a little guess. There we go. Now we can spectate. Right. Yeah. What I want is some predictions for who we think. Right. So we've got All right. So we got Jody. So he's gonna be on pole. So that's nice. Let's go on board with You know what? Let's go on board. Let's see what's happening here. That's an album. Stay on board for this. Oh, and he's invalidated it. Right, onto Minecraft now. Who is on his lap. Try to put it in here. Oh, keep on going off me. Oh, and he's gone a bit wide. Jack is going to pull out of the box now, so let's see what he's going to do. Oh, and that's a brilliant lap. 130 from Turks. What is Jack's lap time going to look like here? Is he going to go into the pole? And no, he is not going to go into pole round. I mean, it is only the first, obviously the first section of qualifying, the first tyres that everyone's going to have to use. But he could back, he could. Let's go on board here with Ross G. I'm always going onto these laps a bit later. My apologies if I miss any laps in qualifying. It's not looking like a bad lap here for us. Just missed out there. Right, we're gonna go on with the blue front, see what he can pull out in his Mercedes here around France. See what he can do for us. Oh, and MJ pulling out the 130, which is currently on pole for Q2, so that is not looking bad for him. Obviously, it's a decent lap time, so it's yeah, everyone seems to be piling into the pits now. Maybe Buzz coming out, or has he just got in? Yep, Buzz is coming out now. Let's it's gonna want to let him. is weird. It's a bit of a weird glitch, right? Anyway, let's see what Jude's gonna pull out here on his lap. Just through the final straight. And it is a 148. I'm guessing he might have had a little bit of a spin somewhere around there, because it's quite low compared to some of the others in here. But I mean, we will find out. Let's yeah, everyone's just piling into the pits now. Jude is on his in lap here, and we've still got a glitch with Buzz here. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Jude is the only person out on track right now. Oh no, we got Ozzy's out there. So let's actually speculate on his lap here. Let's see what we can do. Last time we were with him, we went track limits and invalidated his lap. So let's see what I can do around here. Also on my lap. We're gonna stick with Ozzy. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Ozzy for now. Let's see what I can do for us. Not a bad exit for the final corner. Let's see what he can do. Oh no. Let's see what he can do. Only just missing track limits there. It's amazing for a second time. See what he can pull out in his second sector. I guess I seem to be going everywhere. That's a brilliant exit. Absolutely amazing exit from the middle. And that's purple sector 2 for him. 50.7. Oh, and that's Minecraft out of this session. See what's happened. Oh, you cannot see what's happened there. That's very nice. Listen, he might have spawned, he might have just might be thinking it might be feeling a little bit cocky, saying, oh, sorry. But yeah. I'm still gonna go up into Q3. It's looking risky. Jack's only 2,000 off his time. And here we go down the final straight with Ozzy. See what he can pull out. And that puts him in 4th. That puts Minecraft out. That puts his hopes down the drain for getting into Q3 here. Amazing. It's still 4 tenths off of pole though. So Clicks and Will look like they're dominating really. Let's go on with DMJ here. Go on with Benny Boy. See what he can do. Ran the final few corners here. Well, final sector. See for us. Lost him. Here we go. Barely missing getting track limits there. Looks like he's on quite a good lap here. And for possibly 1/3. See what I can do for us. So that is pole. That is DMG then. Here we go, MJ's coming out of the pits, probably hoping to maybe snatch that P1 back for Q2. Let's go on board and see what he's doing. Or is he coming out? Maybe I've had a little bit of a mistake here. Maybe he's not coming out. Here we go, MJ on his in lap here. I reckon he's going into low fuel mode soon, so has to be. Everyone else in the pits, except for the Blue Frog, is on his lap here. Let's have a little lap with him. See what he can pull out for us. There's obviously some traffic coming out of the pits here. Looks like quite a few people deciding to scramble out for the last 3 minutes of Q2. Just trying to get into that top 10, trying not to get out. So they can obviously, hopefully, get a pole, get higher up. So we will see about that. But obviously Blue Frog on his lap here, heading into the second gear, so France. Very high top speed here, and really low winds. So tough ramp corners, loads of speed. Just where Charles Leclerc spun last year, 2022 season, spinning out. Just spinning it really. Anyway, let's see what the Blue Frog can do here for us. He's looking like he's on a decent lap. There we go, he's got 10 seconds to reach that line. Hopefully snatch pole from there. Is he going to do it? No, he's not. But that is P5 for the Mercedes of the Blue Frog. That is it's quite a nice lap actually. We didn't have any moments there, so nice lap. Oh, and that's DMG Ben out of this session. Let's see what happened there. Can you turn the game sound a bit down and your voice higher? Yep, I sure can. Let me just sort that out now. There you go. Is that any better, MJ? If that's what you want to be called, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's go on board with clicks here, see what he can do. This is his lap. Oh, he's already invalidated it, so no point in staying on board with him. Anyway, let's see about. Alright, great MG. I'm glad that's better. Right, let's go on board with Aussie here. Well, actually, let's not go on board this time. I always feel like I've been on board too many times today. Let's just try and get some nice view. Oh, and he's knocked almost a 1/10 and a half off of his sector 1 there. Not too bad from Aussie here. This is going to be his final lap. Now he can put in. Let's see what he can do with it. Also, the Blue Frog looks like he might be out on the lap. Everyone else starting to yeah, the Blue Frog's going into pits. It's just Aussie here who could snatch that pole off of DMG then. Let's see what he can do. He's knocked another 2 times off his sector 2 time. That's brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Which right now, that could. He needs to get roughly 8/10 off of this final sector. Let's see what he can do here. He's had a flying exit out of the little. Let's see what he can do through this final corner. Oh, it's a brilliant exit. Is he going to snatch pole off of DMG then? No, he cannot make it to the line in time, but he has had P5 there. So I think that's held position for him. Maybe not. No, he was in P9 just behind Blue Frog, so that's stunning some. Got him. He's helped himself stay up into Q3. I can't find my words here, I'm so sorry. And it's looking like BB deleted, Ross G, Minecraft, Jack, and Taha out of this, out for Q3. But that is a brilliant lap for Ozzy. It's exactly what he needed there. There's not a big gap between them, P1 and 2, and then it kind of seems to slip away. Although P5, 6 and 7 are looking pretty close. So, it's not bad really. I mean, saw some good laps being put in just then, so it's nice to see. Welcome everybody into the stream. 8 viewers. 8 viewers. Just a long wait here. Despise them long waits. Hopefully everyone can hear me just fine. I'm not sure if it's decided to start bugging on me. I'm not sure. They'll have to tell me. MJ, can you still hear me, right? Because I know you're in the stream, so you just have to tell me if you can hear me or not. Alright, brilliant. I was just wondering because I couldn't hear myself, so it's a bit dodgy. I think my stream's paused for me, so that's always great. Anyway, let's see who's coming out for the laps here. Me, I keep on like pushing down my pedals. It's just something that like I seem to do, just like unconsciously, just click my pedals and it just switches them. So I'll try not to do that. Here we go. Let's see what times I can put in for obviously the first lap of Q3. At least it's not as long as Q2. Good for me, saving the voice a little bit. As everyone's scrambling out of the pits here just to try and get the first lap in, which for me I don't think is the best idea. Really, I'd wait until obviously the traffic on track seems to go out a bit and then come out onto the track. But obviously Clicks is far ahead of the car behind, so cars behind just have to leave a big enough gap to make sure they don't have any contact during quali if Click spins out. But I'm not saying that he's going to spin out because that's commentator's curse a bit, but he seems to have invalidated his outlap, which is it's always nice when you do that. Is he letting anybody past, or is he just... I think he's letting people... I don't know what is happening here. But Haz has decided to try and get a tow from the Aston, I guess. Oh, I'm really not sure what he's just done there, but... Hey. Strategy use. And he's gone into the pits. Maybe he forgot to put a fresh set of softs on? Do not know, but anyway, let's go on board here with Expert Bubble, who is on his lap here in France. Going for the first few corners, first 3 corners. Seems to be flying through them. Oh no, and I've lost him. Here we go, he's back. Everything's back, and obviously it's purple sector. Anyway, I think actually we're going to spectate MJ as he says he's going to get pole here. So let's make sure he's not being a bit too ahead of himself, and let's see if he can actually make pole around here in France in Q3, final qualifying. See what he can do. That was a purple sector 1 for me, a flying first sector. See what he can do in this middle sector. Middle sector's all about straight line speed, and it looks like he's definitely got enough of it in this Mercedes. I keep on doing that. He's had a flying exit there. See what he can do around through this. Whoa. flat out right-hander here. He's kept it within the track limits. All he needs to do now is make sure it doesn't spin on this corner. In these flashbacks, except it's not Ferrari this time he's doing it. Expert bubble with obviously fastest lap as he was first out on the track, but it's still a brilliant lap compared to Q2. And that's topped off by DMG Ben with a 130.844. Let's see what MJ can do, see if he can top that. It's looking like he's going to, if he can make it to the final. And he's made it to the line. 1.1 above the car behind. So that is at the moment provisional pole for MJ. It's a brilliant lap of 30.7. It looks like Ozzy is on his lap here. Let's see what he can do. Going into the third sector. I don't think this is his best lap. It looked like he had a better lap time in his Q2 session. Anyway, let's see what sort of lap times he's pulling out in Q3 here. It's going to be a 131 hopefully, and it's a 131.6, which is putting him into P6. I think he'll definitely be happy with that outcome there. Anyway, it looks like Clicks is coming out for another lap here in his second one here. See what lap time he can pull out for all of us. Oh, and he's invalidated it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh mate. And everyone seems to just be scrambling straight back into the pits. Here's, right, wow, everyone is scrambling back into these pits. I'm gonna get drunk on my throat is killing me. Here we go, coming back up. Let's see what is happening here. And I definitely have not left it on the right person because Jude is out on a lap right now. Let's see what he can pull out for us into the final sector. Obviously, I'm missing his lap as soon as I go down here. It's not looking like a terrible sector 3. As obviously starts to bug out a bit there. See what I can pull out for us, and it's going to be a 131.9, which is obviously cut off his last time, and obviously keeping him in P7 at the moment, which is it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's just watch him wait until some more people come scrambling out of that pit lane, and then see what. Here we go. Here we go. We've got a McLaren. Now I can say McLaren. There's a McLaren that has just came out the pit lane on his out lap. Actually, yeah, he has just came out the pit lane. As DMG and experts come out the pit And DMG's looking very close to this McLaren here. So see if he might back off a little bit. Because let's actually check. Let's check how close they are. Because it doesn't look like a massive gap to me. No, it's not. It looks roughly. Maybe it is. Let's back off slightly here though. Obviously keep that distance. Make sure there's no contact. No incidents in the qualifying. And it's been quite a clean qualifying from what I've seen. See what DMG can do for us on his lap. See what short times he can pull out of his pocket. He's obviously going to try and snatch that pole off of MJ. I'm not sure if MJ is going to come out just yet because it seems like quite a few people are in the pit lane and there's quite a lot of room on track, so now would probably be the perfect time to come out. But that is if he has a fresh set of softs. And that is, I think, was purple sector 1 for DMG then. And I can see MJ taking my advice there coming out. There's everyone else scrambles out for the lap. The Blue Frog, Raw, Aussie, TBX, Clicks, Jude. There's everyone now out on track. Anyway, that's DMG coming through the final bit of sector 2. And that purple sector 2 seems like he has a lot more straight line speed than MJ at the moment. But can he keep that straight line speed and make it up in sector 3? Obviously quite the turny section of the Formula 1 calendar right here in France. Let's see what sort of lap time he's going to pull out here. This is his final lap he can do. And is he going to put it onto pole? It's going to be a race to the line for DMG Ben here. Let's see what he can do. And what lap time is that? It's going to be a 1:31.3 and he's not going to snatch that pole position off of MJ. The question is, can Expert Bubble... No! Wait, can Expert Bubble take pole or maybe replace DMG on that first line of the grid? And he's done it. He's done the exact same time as before. Perfectly. Oh, that he's not going to be very happy with that. He's not going to be happy with that. But what he is going to be happy is if he can keep this P3. This Blue Frog now out on his lap in sector 1. Let's see what sort of lap time he can pull out here around France. Maybe snatching pole, although he needs 2 tenths to do that. Here we go, it's everyone obviously on the final lap. And he's lost it in sector 1. I think that's going to be an invalidation for corner cutting there. Yeah, alright. Right, who's on the lap then? Right, Drew on his lap into the final sector. Oh, he's had a bit of a spin. He's quite a few times off there. Anyway, he's gone board with Raw Dragon, who's cutting down his lap time right now. 3 tenths away from his sector 2 lap time, which is absolutely brilliant. He might have gone a bit wide. Clicks steals that pole position off of MJ by 3 tenths. I wonder if anyone can even get close to that lap time. As DMG Ben and Expert Bubble come out to finish that qualifying here. See what Raw can pull out with Aussie straight behind him. And Raw's improved. Raw's got a 30.7, which has put him just behind MJ and knocked Ben off of... He's knocked Expert off of that second row of the grid. And then we see Aussie just holding that P9. Oh, and Jerome seems to be going off his lap time line. Was that one... That was 1/10,000 there, I think that was... That's crazy. That is No, 1,000th there, I think it was. The difference. No, it was not. It was a lot more. Anyway, right. So our poll for this qualifying and our poll for the race is going to be clicks, and finishing off the front row is going to be TVX Buzz, and then on the second row is going to be MJ and Raw Anja. Row 3 is going to be DNG Ben and Expert Bubble. Row 4 is going to be Jude and Blue Frog, and row 5 is going to be Jerome and Ozzy, and that finishes off your top 5 for this qualifying session. Top 10 for this qualifying session. This isn't good. This is not good. Oh no, this is not good, guys. I'm gonna have to retire. Oh no. I'm gonna have to retire it. I'm gonna retire it. I'm gonna have to. I'm not gonna crash. I'm gonna yeah. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna pull it to the left side. Yeah, I'm just gonna Oh, I can't even retire. I can't even retire. Oh no. Oh no. Retiring pitch, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Obviously stay with the radio anyway. Let's go for a lap. Let's go for a little lap here.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Yeah, don't worry, Morrissey. I'm going to retire in the pitch. Don't worry about it. So you guys, unfortunately, are going to miss the first lap of action here. Oh, I'm so sorry about this. I was unable to just click spectate and go into it, so I had to obviously go into it and set me as a driver. Can I even go into the pits? I think it just disqualifies me. Let's see. Yeah, I thought I did that. End of lap 1, yep, right. I can see some squabbling going on here. I'm gonna have to retire at the end of this lap, so you're gonna have to watch through another torture of me. Oh, and that's... I'm gonna stick to this. side here. Try to interfere with the race here. That's a retirement here, and that is going to be a safety car. That is where I can retire. And now I can actually start commentation. And that's IVR Flame who's out of the session here. I don't know where he was placed in qualifying, but it's only a VSC, so that is not going to be terrible for some of the cars on track here. We're going to go with telemetry on. We're going to go with lap data on, and let's do positions lost and positions gained here. Obviously, we've got the virtual safety car. Klitz has stuck it with P1. MJ has gained a position. DMG Ben's gained 2 positions. Jude 3, the blue frog with 3. Jerome with 3 positions gained. BB with 4 positions gained. The most positions gained at the moment is going to be Liam. I think obviously he's got an AX, but I think it's Liam hopefully. With young Liam with 6 overtakes, so obviously he's had a flying start, and then the most positions left a draw between TVX and Raw Angel, who both made it into. Oh, here we go. Here's the lap of. Here is the lap that's going to matter. Can Klitz bring it away from the rest of the grid and keep it out of that DRS range for the next couple of laps? He's going to be fighting to get out of that DRS of MJ, to get MJ out of that DRS. And MJ's going to have to try the same and make a big gap to DMG Ben. Oh, I want to see some. Obviously, we got cars really close, P2, 3, and 4, and then it's just close all the way down the grid. Looks like we have some squabbles going on here with MJ and the Blue Frog. MJ's dumping that ERS, trying to get game on Blue Frog. I don't think anyone started on that medium tyre. It's not the best race tyre around here in France. Oh, and it looks like maybe that's Jude. Oh, and there's been another incident back here with Carlos. And what's happened? Well, it looks like he's lost a bit of his wing. It's not brilliant for him. Well, here we go. Minecraft trying to make the move on Expert Bubble. Is he going to make it? They're really close. I'm surprised it didn't make contact there. And as we see the Alpine ahead, just trying to get past that Haz. And obviously there's so many battles just here at the back of the pack. We've got Haz and an Alpine. And then, oh, there's a bit of contact between that Williams and that Red Bull. The Red Bull drops a position. Or 2 positions actually. Oh, and he gains it back with an amazing overtake over Alpine. Absolutely brilliant. The pit stop strategy coming up onto the screen. So if you're going to go from hard to medium, the pit lap is looking from like 15 to 22. I didn't catch medium top hard. But, well, that's the sector 1. Minecraft with 3-second time penalty already, obviously, for track limits. It's not ideal, especially not to be getting them at the start of the race. There's maybe a little fight with these two Alpine and the Aston here. Let's see what's happening on this straight here. See, he's got DRS. Is he going to be able to pull it closer to that Alpine? But the Alpine also has DRS. This is a little DRS train going on here, as we would probably expecting to see in France. Lots of overtaking zones, but yeah, lots of straights. That's where the time can be gained, especially with DRS. And if you have the ERS advantage, exactly like Expert Bubble has here, making some absolutely brilliant moves on Benner here. Hoping to gain them positions back that he's lost at the start of the race. Obviously, maybe not had the best start here. As we see young Liam hopefully starting to gain on that Ferrari ahead is what I'll be wishing. At the same time, that Ferrari almost a 2-second gap to his teammate just ahead of him, Ross G, who seems to be battling at the moment Aussie, which was it's quite an interesting battle that's hopefully going to take place here. As we see the McLaren trying to make moves on the Mercedes here. As you've got 2 McLarens chasing down the Blue Frog Yeah, he's gained 3 positions this race. Absolutely brilliant. Obviously, Jerome with a 3-second time penalty, and BB's pitting. Oh, wow. There's some early pit stops happening here from BB. Obviously, maybe wing damage from that incident. Oh, wow. Is he going to make it past that? Is that McLaren going to make it past the Mercedes? The Mercedes forcing him wide onto the entrance of that corner. Maybe losing a bit of time there. But is he going to be able to gain it back on this straight without DRS? No, it's looking like his teammate might be trying to make the overtake. And yes, he has. That is a brilliant overtake from Jack. Absolutely incredible. Through that, obviously fast right-hander there. As we see Jude and DMG Ben battling up ahead. Obviously, we saw some battles at the back earlier on lap 3, but now we're seeing even more, and it looks like some really clean moves happening here. You see the Mercedes now chasing down the Haas, gaining in them DRS zones. It seems like, obviously, the ERS advantage though is roughly 40%. 40% ERS is a lot of ERS here, especially for that straight. It's one of the longest straights, I reckon. He seems to be losing time for Haas on the straights. It seems to be more the exits though, as he's going to dump his. He needs to be using that ERS on this straight because he has such a big advantage, but obviously I don't think he knows that right now. Here we go, MJ, you need to be using this ERS, mate. Got 40 to 50 advantage on the car ahead. He's dumping it. The Haas clicks are just dumping that ERS right now. Anyway, let's go back down to mid-pack. You see MJ. As we see Jack chasing down Jude, and the Blue Frog also being overtaken by Jack just earlier this lap, I reckon. Go on board with Jack here. Jack and Luke. Let's go on board with Jerome. See if he can try and make some moves on the Blue Frog, although it won't matter unless he can try and maybe make an undercut. As we see sector 3 yellow flags, and that is Ross G losing a couple positions there. We must have had a little bit of a spin. Anyway, we're going to go back to Jerome. Out with this ERS. Mercedes seems to have a very good ERS advantage on this track. Everyone else seems to just be burning it. You see Jude gaining a roughly 2 tenths that lap it was. Obviously, he seemed to be losing it in that first sector. Just 2 tenths on his first sector time. Anyway, we see him gaining on this the second straight here in France. Obviously, he's not fast enough, not fast enough on that straight, but it has. At the same time, MJ seems to be gaining loads on the Haas of clicks. Is he going to try and make a move into the company cars in sector 3? No, he's not. Anyway, let's go back on board with Jack. As you can see, the Alpine and the Aston Martin battling ahead, roughly the same gap as MJ clicks between Jude and Ben here. So there is a massive difference from the middle of the grid to the front of the grid. There seems to be a big difference. Roughly 3 seconds from P3 to roughly 4 seconds from P3 to P1. Since Jude not catching up that much. Jerome always had a flying exit there. Is he going to try and attempt the move on Blue Frog here? No, he's not. Unfortunately, he's a bit too far back. Yeah, let's get here with Benner, who seems to be gaining on the car ahead. we see Taha and Raw just battling it out. And that's Ross G with a 3-second time penalty. Which is, it's not going to be ideal here, getting them penalties in them early laps. Because then, at the same time, it's just enabling you to get more and more as it goes on. Anyway, as he makes the overtake on Taha, Raw going up into P11, hopefully trying to get points in this race. As both the Ferraris seem to be struggling out here. Obviously, Ross has got some penalties here. This is just not ideal for him. But anyway, let's go back on board with MJ and see what's been happening up front. As P3 just seems to be losing out. Benson just seems to be losing time to MJ and Clicks and MJ are just flying through France here. And that is sector 2, yellow flag here. That is BB deleted out of the session. Left, maybe connection issues. But as you can see, he's really far away from them points, so maybe he has just left. But Dream seems to be gaining, MJ seems to be gaining. It's really Jude seems to be gaining, so it's really hard to see know who to go on board with here. Maybe let's see what Clicks is planning on doing, and that's both the Red Bulls having a really tough qualifying and maybe an even tougher race, as the bottom 4 having penalties here, or the bottom 4 who are here, and that is the Mercedes trying to make his way around Clicks. Maybe Clicks pushing him a bit wide for them track limits there. As we see Clicks just dumping that ERS, and then we see MJ just with that ERS advantage. And it's crazy to see, especially in these early stages of the Grand Prix, not even halfway yet. As we see MJ making that move down the inside there, absolutely brilliant, and they're battling it out for P1 here. Let's go on board with MJ here. Let's go on board with Clicks and see what his defender is like here. And that's also Minecraft who's left the session. Hopefully that's not going to be a safety car, because that would ruin the people up front. We've got 3-second advantage for coming on. And that's a yellow flag in sector 3 again, and that's Ross G out of the session. Is that going to be a safety car? Because obviously there's cars behind. Was there an incident with Carlos and Ross G there? I'm not sure. We're going to have to go on board with Clicks again. Has yellow flag sector 1 and sector 3 with Jeroen losing positions here. Let's catch on and see what's happened here. It looks like he's spun or being hit. And that's Jeroen losing his P7, going all the way down to P13. Oh, and that is 6 seconds added onto his time because he had a 3-second earlier. I'm not sure if it's more than that because I actually can't see them. Anyway, we see MJ within 2 times of the car ahead, the ERS advantage onto the straight. Does he know he has that ERS advantage, or is he just trying to maintain his ERS here? Around Francis is quite tricky track. There's lots of straights, lots of overtaking zones. He's keeping it for the perfect point where he can. Same as Jude here. He's got that 10-12% ERS advantage on DMJ here. Well, obviously DMJ is quite far away from the car, and obviously Jude with the Teir advantage here. Obviously he's on mediums. The top 3 runners at the moment are on the hards. The hards seem to be better race car around here. You see Clicks just absolutely burning the CRS, and it looks like MJ is really reluctant to use it. You see him gaining with DRS, but it's just not enough for him on these straights. Obviously Clicks possibly winning them lower wings, or maybe it's just the exit speed around here. But the exits around every track are everything, but around France I think they're even more important, as most of the exits of the corners just lead to a really, really fast straight. Top speeds of 210 miles per hour around here. That's a sector 1 yellow flag. That's Raw Anger also with another 3 seconds added onto his time. It's not perfect. That will knock him out of the points at the moment. No, that will just keep him in the points at the moment as he's looking. But Is that going to be the same story at the end of the race? We will not know. It's just got to play itself out here, as we seem to be sticking with these top two here because they are the best drivers here, I guess. I mean, they have had a good qualifying session, and they have made that gap to P3, which obviously Ben's probably not going to be that happy about, as he battling it with Jude. Obviously, we just need to be careful that they don't get a warning here. So you see Blue Frog slowly gaining, but not being able to keep that once he gets into like the close ranges of Jack. And then we see the grid starting to just even out a bit here. Starting to get a bit steadier, not as many battles. You can see that only battles are looking like for points right here is P10, and so there's a battle for P10, a battle for P5, and a battle for P1. It's not the back of the grid started to kind of maintain a bit of a gap here, 4 seconds, 5 seconds away from each other. See, I think we're going to stick with these top two and hopefully see where these pits come out. MJ having a flying sector one, cutting some time off it. As we see, he's starting to use that ERS now. Is he going to be able to make it past the Haz? He's past the Haz. Oh, and the Haz pushes him a bit. There's a bit of contact between the two here. The Haz just comes out ahead again. I don't know if it's excess speed or what, but he's just flying through that little chicane section. Go for the fast right-handers. ERS, I think, is being used by Clicks around there, as I've seen before. Oh, and it's side by MJ and Clicks. Brilliant racing here, my friends. Seen some really nice overtakes here. It's the first 11 laps, not even halfway just yet. The pit stops will be coming in slightly later. Maybe there could be a scramble for the pits soon, because obviously we're almost halfway through this Grand Prix. Medium seems to be... Oh, and that is Jack in the pits, one of the McLarens. Is that going to put him outside of the points going into the pits? We will not know until now. Obviously the mediums, as we see him coming off of the mediums and onto the hards here, I mean, that could mean the mediums are starting to lose that grid. There's Jude might be kind of expecting the same here, as his lap time seems to be dropping off slowly. Seems to be losing time to the car ahead. And obviously the Blue Frog seems to be gaining on him here. But we're staying in that DRS zone of Ben. With Ben only 2.6, with MJ and Clicks battling that out on like 11. DMJ starting to just try to hold on. Oh, and that's Jerome out of the session with a unfortunate DNF. He had a really good qualifying session, and obviously it's just not being a perfect race for him first today. So TVX4 is starting to gain on the car ahead. Obviously this top 5 will just not stop entertaining us with this what's happening on. What's happening down in P10? The battle for the points, the battle for P9, it looks, with Carlos Sainz and Benna just battling it really. Just Carlos trying to gain that time, and then Benna just trying to hold P9, trying to keep them points for Alpine, who haven't had the worst race here, didn't have the worst qualifying, obviously. Anger's going to be angry with that, Anger's going to be angry with that 3-second time penalty that he has seemed to accumulate with this Grand Prix in early stages. And that's DMG Ben, the time penalty. And that is going to knock him down, all the way down to P5 at the moment. It's looking like. I'm not going to be happy with that. And that's also Benna with the 3-second time penalty, which is going to put Carlos Sainz up into P9. We see MJ gaining on Clicks here. I'm sorry, I'm missing out on some. Oh, and that is not right. That is not right from Clicks. He seems to just maybe cut into the inside of MJ there, and MJ losing 4 positions because of that. And it's been a brilliant race from MJ at the moment, but it's been ruined. You might see him coming into the pits here. Team VX was with another 3-second time penalty. It's not looking brilliant for him here as Jude scrambles into the pits on the mediums. Obviously, mediums losing a lot of time to car ahead he was. He seems to be gaining anymore. He's losing time to car behind. MJ's not going to be happy, but obviously he's still gaining his way up. Obviously from Jude having to pit. Jude looks like he's going to come out into traffic, and yes, he is. He's just going to come out ahead of behind Carlos Sainz, and obviously that's making Carlos Sainz really close to the car ahead here. Carlos Sainz, P9 and P8 very close. Obviously that's Jack with the fastest lap. He hasn't had the best race here just yet, but we might see it on the pure start. Obviously he's on the hard. Might see any pit stop maybe making up that position. Maybe going for an undercut. I'm not sure what's the best on France here. They said the pit lap roughly around lap 20, around lap 18. It's more likely when we're going to see people coming into the pits. I would say around lap 21 is when we're going to see the most people coming into the pits. Hopefully making it up to themselves, trying to snatch that fastest lap off of Jack. What a brilliant fastest lap. Oh, and that's Jude. That's Jude, maybe with a bit of contact by Jack, I don't know. And that's a VSC. You see, it's just going to hold the times up. Clicks isn't going to be ungrateful of that safety car, maybe being able to get a pit stop in without losing too many positions. As we see Clicks diving into the pits here. Obviously, probably going on to that hard medium strategy. If we see the mediums just falling off around lap 10 to 14 here, as we saw Jude boxing. Is it going to be onto the mediums or the softs here for Haas? I'm not sure. Oh, and that is speeding under the safety car. He has a drive-through penalty for Benner. He's not going to be happy with that. He's had a decent start to the race, and then I think he might have just ruined it with that. We see Clicks going onto the mediums here. He's obviously trying to get that faster tyre advantage over MJ, who hasn't seemed to have pit. You see all of the medium runners, all of the hard runners boxing for mediums, and the medium runners boxing for hards. You see Jack, was he already made his pit stop? Yeah, I'm not sure, but that was the perfect time for him to make that pit stop, and that is Benner DNFing from this session. Or to switch it to a safety car now. I'm not sure. We will see. And that's young Liam with a 5-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Maybe trying to have a little bit of corn cut here and there. Obviously he's not going to get away with it. And that is Jack. Also with a drive-through penalty on the safety car. He hasn't had the worst race either. And he's just accumulating these penalties, just getting more and more. He's not going to be happy about that. Sector 1 yellow flag. Let's try to figure out what's happened here. And obviously one of the lower runners down. It might have been TVS. 19 seconds. So it's a long way away. Anyway, we see Clicks 11 seconds away from MJ. It looks like he's probably gonna slot back into lead here, but we have Blue Frog chasing down for P3 for a podium here. Podium finish here. We're gonna get people in for the interviews after this race. Top 3 if they feel like it, that is. If they feel up to it. See what their race has been like. Anyway, it looks like if DMG cannot lose Blue Frog here, Blue Frog is going to be on for the podium, obviously, because of that 3-second time penalty DMG has. And they're both on them fresh mediums, which means they're not even playing for a podium spot. Still not brilliant for DMG. Did you see Ozzy going into the pit? I don't really know what the lap times around here. Especially with the fastest lap being a 1:34, which is 4 seconds off of the fastest quali time. So really not sure. Obviously we got Jude chasing Jack here. Let's see what he can do for us. He seems to be gaining on these straights. He's not even using his ERS, and he's got that 30% ERS advantage, which is obviously going to be used to his advantage here around France. Big straight track. It's hard to gain that ERS back. It's hard to get back into DRS after someone has obviously gotten you out of it. Obviously, Jack with these penalties here, I'm not sure how many he has. I'm not sure if he got a drive-through penalty. I think Jack did obviously get that drive-through penalty, but I'm not sure if he served it yet or not. And that's Clicks with the fastest lap of 1:33, and he's gaining on. Oh, and we see Blue Frog also gaining on DMG Ben, but Clicks gaining on MJ. It was the gap just after the VSC ended was 11 seconds. Now it's 7.5, which is not ideal. It's not ideal for MJ here, who still needs to pit again. We see Blue Frog hunting down DMG. And that's not going to be perfection for Clicks with the 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings on them track limits there. Which is putting the gap back to 10 seconds for Clicks. So these two trying to go side by side. Maybe a bit of contact I didn't really see. They did get very close to each other through that fast right hand there. Just at the end of Sector 2, start of Sector 3. Oh yeah, as we see MJ diving into the pits, that's going to be Clicks on for P1 here. Is DMG going to be able to make it past though with him? You see BB obviously has been overlapped. Is he going to be overlapped by P3 and P4? That's going to put DMG Ben onto P2, and that's going to put the Blue Frog onto the podium exactly where he wanted to be, which is looking like it's going to put him onto P2 at the moment if he can keep on catching up Ben. Not a lot of action going on here. In these the final half of the France Grand Prix. Seems to me that the gaps are starting to even out. The Blue Frog seems to just be losing that time to DMG Ben, who's settled into the new fresh mediums really nicely. But if he can maintain a 3-second gap until the end of the Grand Prix, he's going to keep it. He's going to keep P2. As we've seen, he's just lost 5 tenths there. So he still has that ERS advantage, which can be used. Yeah, he hasn't had the best lap there. +1 to his lap time. I don't know if he's really liking these new mediums. It seems like everyone else has kind of settled onto the mediums really nicely. The hards at the start of the race seemed to be the best decision, because obviously the medium runners just seem to be a bit warm on the track. Obviously, maybe the surface temp of the track has cooled down a little bit, letting the tyres kind of just ease onto the perfect point for the racing. But the Blue Frog just not feeling these tyres and just losing time. And obviously DMG Ben doesn't seem to be gaining any time to Clicks either. Let's go back on board with MJ, who has to work his way for the grid here on these mediums, which he should have pit under the VSC, but he didn't seem to want to. He's got to gain quite a lot of time to get his P1 or P2 back, whichever position he was trying to get. And that's MJ with a brilliant middle sector there. Absolutely flying. Let's go. Let's go on board with MJ for a lap here. See what he can do. See what he's got for us. Maybe he can try and get into that P5. Maybe just getting a point for Mercedes up a bit. Trying to obviously think of the constructors as well as the driver championship. Obviously, we're still in the early stages here. That is MJ with the fastest lap. I think that is by a second, I believe. I think the last fastest lap was a 1:33.7. He's cut that down by 8/10, which is absolutely amazing to see. You see him gaining onto the Aston of Expert Bubble. You see Raw just racking up on time penalties. It's not perfect for him. It's really not. Especially with there only being a 24-second gap to P10. I mean, if he has any for them penalties, he's not going to stay. Oh, and that's Aussie, obviously. Another time penalty. That's not going to help him into the battle for points here. P10. As you see MJ now cleverly using the DRS. As I've been telling him this entire race, if he's still in the stream. But he has gained around 3/10 to car ahead. As we see Expert still gaining on Jude. But obviously there is that massive gap to Jude in front. He's got all that fresh air that he can just battle through. Hopefully maintaining that P4, and that'll be a brilliant result here. Exactly what he's been wanting. Hopefully. Obviously he's on the slower tyre. But if he can hold it, it's not going to be the worst outcome for him. As we see Klitz also on a penalty here, DMG Ben just maintaining that 3.4 second gap. MJ's tyres maybe starting to fall off a bit there, but he's gained a second from that last lap. I'm going to go off board with him now. And I'm going to go on board with Jude, who's just been overtaken by Expert Bubble. He's not going to be the happiest bunny about that. Obviously now he's got MJ chasing him down. Let's see maybe if MJ can try and make the overtake in his fast right-hander. It seems to be the corner he likes to make his overtakes on. As you see Jude maybe going off them track limits. Now we see MJ still gaining on Jude. I mean, that gap between DMG Ben and Cleggs just will not find its way to separate, and it will not find its way to get any closer. Exactly what Cleggs will be wanting here. As we see MJ going down the inside of Jude into that first corner with ERS, DRS. Brilliant overtake. Now Expert has to make sure his defender is on point here, because he has MJ chasing it down. He has lost positions this race, but obviously he had that contact with Clicks, and probably DMG will be hoping for Clicks to get a penalty there. Obviously MJ hoping as well. That contact could have easily been avoided if he gave him enough room on the inside there, but obviously Clicks just didn't want to. See, this is the only bit where we're actually seeing battles here through the final sector. crazy how much time MJ can just find in one lap, especially on expert. He seems to be really like careful on the corners, just making it look easy. Now MJ with DRS and ERS. MJ trying to make his room on the inside, and there's contact with Expert and MJ there. I'm not sure whose fault that was. Maybe a racing incident. It looked like MJ definitely gave him enough room. I think maybe Expert with a bit of understeer, but that's not what he's wanting. It's not what he was wanting. Obviously, Raw in front of him has lots of time penalties, so I think Expert is still going to secure that P6. Just go on board with Jude here, seems to be chasing down MJ. MJ's really been the main character of this race. He's made it back from having contact with Fix. And I think he's had a brilliant race. Not much happening in these final few laps of the Grand Prix. I mean, all the times just people first start to lose time. As we see, although I'm saying that, but DMG just start gaining on clips. Clips still just not bothering to save that ERS. Maybe to try and go for that fastest lap, but it's just not. And that's Expert probably for 3 seconds more what he's been looking for. He really needed to try and avoid that. Quite the race here with 5 DNFs. Sorry, 6 DNFs. Although that's including myself. Because obviously it just wouldn't really be a spectator. He's just taking it. He just needs to take it to the end, make sure not to spin. Maybe a little bit of a commentator's curse there. But obviously the Blue Frog just needs to maintain that 3 seconds to DMG. That's Carlos Sainz racking up them penalties as well as raw anger. And that's Expert going into the pits. Obviously, maybe for a fastest lap attempt. And no, it's a retirement. It's a retirement for the Aston Martin. That's going to be a shock for all of us. He could have just held it out. He could have held it out and just hasn't been bothered to. Could have held it out, kept the points for Aston Martin, who don't seem to be doing the worst in this race, but maybe I'm wrong. As we see young Liam gaining in time, yeah, and he's made the overtake. There's a bit of contact between the Haas and the oh yeah, there's definitely contact between the Haas and the Ferrari there. Definitely contact. And that is it's not going to be perfection for Taha. Obviously, young Liam was making a move, but I just don't think he left enough space on the inside there. Maybe a bit of understeer happening, oversteer. I guess we'll never know. But Blue Frog just needs to keep this 3 seconds. He needs to gain time on to DMG. Well, does it say it? Blue Frog goes and gets that 3 seconds. Which is, it's not ideal. It's not ideal for him. All it's up to now is clicks just to bring it home. That's all he needs to do. And actually, young Liam going into the pits maybe for a retirement here. He's putting on softs. It's going to be the fastest lap attempt from young Liam here, even though he's not going to get the point. That's an interesting strategy. As you see, Clicks just going flying through this first sector. All he needs to do now is bring it home. He cannot spin it on this final lap. You see the ERS deployment happening. That's it's looking like MJ for P4, Blue Frog for P3, Ben for P2, and Click for P1. And to the final sector of this Grand Prix, Clicks just held on to the lead for the race. Obviously, there was that contact between him and MJ, but otherwise from that, he's had a brilliant race, and I think he's really deserved it. Yeah, he had a good qualifying as well, so he really deserved it this time. Look what he's gone and done. He's gone and brought it home. And Clicks is the race winner for the French Grand Prix, with DMG Ben following straight to the line, with Blue Frog coming into P3 and MJ covering up the top 2 rows with P4. And then just after that, P5 is going to be June. P6 is going to be Raw Anger. Although it depends on the time penalties are going to finish at the end of the race. But the P7 is going to be Carlos Sainz. P8 is going to be Jack. I'm using all that ERS to his advantage again. He looks like he just fueled perfectly. And we've got Ozzy coming just behind Jack in P9, snatching them points. He'll be happy about that. TVX Ball's coming just behind Ozzy. Obviously, he's got a few time penalties, but is that going to keep him away from the points? We will see. And then obviously P11's going to be Taha. All you've got to do is bring it home. And then obviously we've got Young just behind Taha as the finishing. Because he was last lap. Anyway, we have Taha finishing off for the French Grand Prix. It's absolutely amazing. Brilliant race. Absolutely brilliant, guys. So it's a really eventful race from this commentator, to be honest. Man Can't Drive Clicks isn't deserved to win. Man Can't Drive. Oh yeah. As long as you've clipped it, there's evidence. It's on my stream if you want it as well. So you see, obviously Clicks taking the highest spot on the podium for first place. He lifts the trophy. He'll be very happy about that. Very happy. And then now we have after the penalties where everyone's going to place. So I'll just read out the top 10 quickly for you. So we've got Clicks in P1. We've got DMG Ben in P2. We've got Blue Frog in covering up the top 3 who are on the podium. And then after that, P4 we've got MJ. P5 we've got Jude. P6 we've got Raw Anger. P7 we've got Carlos Sainz. P8 we've got Jack. Obviously getting them points. Aussie just keeping it in P9. Just obviously getting them points for the team. And then we have TVX Buzz in the Williams just covering off the top 10. And then obviously we've got the interviews to do after. So if anyone who's watching this who placed in the top 3, if you can just stick around for me so I can invite you and obviously can have a little interview. As obviously now we're just waiting for us to get back into the lobby so I can interview the top 3 who I believe were Blue Frog, Ben and Blue Frog, Ben and oh, I can't remember now. Anyway, see who's sticking around if anybody wants to be interviewed here. So I think the top 3 is they just weren't having it. Let's you know what? Aussie had a decent race. Let's get him in the chat. Let's get him in for an interview. Actually, we'll do that. We'll do that soon. We'll do that soon. Just got to wait. Right. Let's check. Yo, Josh, do you want me to, what do you want me to do for these, interviews then, mate? Does anybody want to do the, after race interview or just not me? I don't think we're going to be able to get anyone in, so. Yeah, I think that's gonna have to top off the stream. So obviously we'll see you in the next time. It might not be me commentating next time, but we will see. All right, I'll see you later.